Hello everyone and welcome to Video Game Versus, the show that pits two games of the same or similar genre against each other to see who wore it better. Each game will get a list of qualities, good and bad, then will be scored in 3 categories, usually out of 10. These include design, does it look good, does it have many bugs, is it clunky, how are the controls, fun, which is obviously more than just fun, how much content is there, does it have a good story, is there a story? Is the online experience good? How is the community? And pricing. How much money will you be shelling out? Is there DLC? Is it a full game without the DLC? Are there any microtransactions? After every episode, I'll give you the percentage scores and place both games on a leaderboard. Make sure to stick around to the very end of the video for a sneak peek at our next matchup. And without further ado, round start. First off, I just want you all to know that this is going by what is promised and what has been announced. Obviously, the results might be different in the future once the games are released. So let's first take a look at each game's design. Both are gorgeous games, Sea of Thieves going from more of a cartoon approach, obviously, to Skull and Bones' realism. But while Sea of Thieves has a fresh, new visual take on the world of the pirates, Skull and Bones seems to be rehashing almost directly the art style from Assassin's Creed 4. From what else we know about both games' design, Sea of Thieves adds enough realism to feel immersive and includes what makes the most sense for a teamwork-based pirate game, which includes tacking sails, raising the anchor, a crow's nest position, etc. You can even board a ship if you want to. Now, in Skull and Bones' case, boarding is limited to what appears to be just a cutscene, with gameplay focusing mainly on cannon firing and maneuvering. There is a story plan, though, which is more than we can say for Sea of Thieves. Overall, Skull and Bones has an art style, gameplay mechanics, and even the placement of the first mate that is ripped almost directly from Assassin's Creed 4. The thing is, Assassin's Creed 4 was really good, so that's pretty promising, and with the addition of the story mode, I give it an 8 out of 10 in the design section. Sea of Thieves, though, has a fresh new art style, an infinite amount of possibilities, a focus on a collaborative work of a pirate crew, and you can interactively board a frickin' ship. There's also a sea monster rumored to be a part of both games, if not multiple sea monsters in Sea of Thieves. I would still give Sea of Thieves a 9 out of 10 in the design section, though. It's a close race. Next is each game's fun value. Since only one of the games is in early alpha, I can't speak much to this quite yet, but we'll go off of estimates based on the Sea of Thieves testing in Assassin's Creed 4. We have to first look at the content planned. Both games claim to be a vast open world populated by other real-life players, but Skull and Bones has a leg up here with its additional story mode, where Sea of Thieves seems to just have a bare-bones puzzle system, including missions that aren't connected. Knowing the history of both Rare and Ubisoft, I think it's safe to say that Skull and Bones will have a fair amount of DLC, where Sea of Thieves will have minimal amounts, if any. It's also worth noting that where Skull and Bones lacks in boarding and so on, it makes up in things like full-fledged customization of your pirate and your ship, the ability to command an entire fleet, and more pirate-esque activities like treachery and backstabbing your allies. But there are the reviews. Anyone who has played Sea of Thieves has had a good time. Well, not all of that can be said for Skull and Bones, mainly because it's new, I get that, but Sea of Thieves has something going for it, obviously. So in terms of content planned in early reviews, I'm going to have to give Skull and Bones a solid 8 out of 10, where Sea of Thieves is going to fall a little bit short at 7 out of 10. Now it all comes down to pricing, which I would usually rate out of 10, but due to sheer lack of information, I'm going to rate out of 5. So here we go. Both games seem to be priced at the usual $60, correct me if I'm wrong. As we've already discussed, Ubisoft is the more likely to have DLC. Lots of it, and I'm specifically expecting some pre-order bonuses because that's a frequent theme with them. Any way you spin it though, I think we are likely to get a full game at launch and the DLC will only be an add-on and not crucial to the gameplay for both games. I'm looking at you, EA. I don't expect any microtransactions either, so we'll give Skull and Bones a 4 out of 5 here and Sea of Thieves a full 5 out of 5. Alright, let's see how they did. Skull and Bones clocks in at a whopping 21 out of 25, aka an 84%, while Sea of Thieves earns itself just barely under that at 20 out of 25, or 80%. The winner is Skull and Bones. And that about does it for this episode of Video Game Versus, a new series here on this channel. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. Also, down in the comments, tell me which games I should pit against each other in future episodes. As for next episode's matchup, though, let's just say that Marcus Holloway has an appointment in Los Santos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.